Alright, G-Boy, you're looking good in the pink kit tonight. You got Mum's Oodie on, which is...
Got the Oodie on.
Bloody nice.
As we promised, but we forgot it out. But re-promised. I didn't even mention it.
So it's good.
I totally forgot.
We're getting good at it.
All the real fans know.
Overpromise, under-deliver, blatantly forget.
Yeah, people are like, oh, what's he wearing? Like, what are you talking about?
Just clothes, huh?
Yeah.
It's a fine sex line.
Everyone's just...
How you wear
Well, everyone's just... This is episode 43 of the MacPack Podcast.
G'day and welcome to the MacPack Podcast.
We're back.
My name's Jake McKenna and to my left this week in order of the boy who has seen the most Greek penises, it's my little brother, Joe. How are you, boy?
So I was at a wedding on the weekend. I got pretty wild. Not really. I was at the museum. There were statue penises.
Hey.
Naughty.
And to my right, coming in at 6'1", is the queen of the MacPack Podcast, the baby brother himself, Junior Boy. How are you?
I'm feeling warm today, lads.
Why is that? For the audio listeners.
Well, as we know, I lost pick-up please a few weeks ago. But we forgot to dress me up last week, so I'm dressed up tonight.
You're looking good in Mum's pink hoodie and Mum's pink white sun hat.
What do we got this week, Jake?
Well,
Quick.
we got a whole heap of stuff. You went to a Green Camp exhibition. We went to the footy. We call a man with COVID. It's all happening. Let's get into it. Boys.
Lads.
We're back.
Brother Mingos, how are we?
Not bad. How are you, Jake?
Going well, mate. Not as good as you. You went to a couple of little teeny tiny penis.
Some penises, yeah. So we went to the old WA museum.
Nice. How was it?
It was good. So we went to the special Greek exhibition, and yep.
Is that always there or is it new?
No,
It's
so I
a
think
featured,
it's a featured one. So I
museum.
think it travels around.
Oh.
And that was sort of the thing with the statues is they get travelled around a lot. And
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you're familiar with, the famous Greek statues.
There's like the men standing up.
Yeah, the naked men standing up. That's basically
is
what all
that-
of them are, yeah.
Why are they naked?
Did they have? I don't think they had clothes.
So they had clothes.
Oh, I don't know.
It was a thing. It was sort of like...
Right. I don't think you'd be able to survive without any form of clothing.
Yeah, so in
It's like one of the necessities for life.
ancient Greece time, they really proud of like the male physique in particular.
Yep.
Although one thing, yeah, little penises on all the statues.
Really?
Tiny, yeah.
How big are we talking? Like 6, 7?
How small? How
But-
micro?
Yeah, and then on some of them, because obviously they get passed around a lot.
Yeah.
The
The
penis.
statues, not the penis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So there's a lot of there's breakages.
Oh.
There are fingers missing, nose is missing.
You trying to say missing? You said messaging.
Fingers missing.
Messaging.
And then I think these statues have been around for hundreds of thousands of years.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think it's almost more interesting if there was a little log of Steve dropped this statue in
Yeah, it'd be interesting to know.
1403.
Ah, because there's pieces missing.
Yeah, so there's sort of like the little blame of all of the little
Yeah,
cracks.
it'd be very interesting to know. I wonder if the reason why they don't do that is because they keep it very under wraps. If you're,
Yeah,
if
Yeah,
you're,
so I was trying to
dropping-
cover it up.
if you're breaking Goliath's penis, you're not going to go tell
Yeah.
Judas.
If you've accidentally if you're Steve, you've accidentally tripped and now you've got a left testicle in your hand, you're not going to write that down and be like, oh,
Oh, yeah, are they
that was me.
testicles as well?
There are testicles, yeah. Anyway, go and see it yourself, right? Go and see
I'm
these.
going to have to look at these testicles.
we went to the footy would have been last Thursday.
Thursday night footy.
Fuck, what a man.
Who played?
Dockers Geelong. Last year when Dockers Geelong played each other, it was the horizontal rain evening.
Yeah, it's one of the
Piss down.
Yeah. It
one
was
of the
pumping.
wettest games ever.
Wait,
Jake,
who was it at?
You didn't
us
go.
two, yeah.
Okay.
Jake had texted me. He was like, "Oh, do you remember the last time we went to see Freo and
that's
Geelong play?"
right,
I was
yeah.
like, "Yeah, I'm still finding water places in my body from that day."
Yeah, that was a good time.
Yeah, it's crazy when you can literally see it going like sideways.
Yeah, and it didn't stop. Like I was fortunate enough to. This was last year when I'd only just learnt to walk as well. So I parked my car in the car park at Crown, and then walked to the stadium. And it took me ages because I'm basically like limping along.
yeah.
But it didn't rain at all. But the moment we got in the stadium to the moment we got back to the car, didn't stop raining.
Was this Linguini's first game?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
So for those who don't know, there's a Freo player who looks like Linguini from Ratatouille.
Yeah.
And Jake and I were sharing memes of him before the game, and then we're excited for him to come out. So he started on the bench.
course.
So he ran out, and Jake and I had noticed it was a bit of a stoppage. I think someone was like lining up to kick a goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
there was
Linguini runs out, and me and Jake get up and start cheering. And we started
Toby Watson, for anyone playing along at home.
we were doing it like as a joke almost.
Yeah.
And then everyone noticed him, and they got like a
You got
Oh, really?
proper, like
Full
full
stadium.
standing
Yeah, I remember
ovations.
you guys telling me about this. It was
Which, like-
one clap, then everyone's at a clap.
Yeah, well, because we were pretty loud because we saw him. He's got bright red hair and he comes like pacing out, and I was like, "Oh, there's Linguine."
because
Like,
he used to
he's-
be a little dude.
Yeah, this year he's like jacked up a bit.
Oh, really? Does he
but
still play? I haven't seen him in ages.
I think he's a bit hurt at the moment, but yeah, he's still a listed
He's cooking.
member of the
But
Fremantle.
So that was last
Dockers.
year, but Jake, how was this year?
Well, last year, even though it rained so much and Fremantle nearly set a record for like the lowest score ever recorded,
Yep.
this year was worse.
Yeah,
year was
this
actually
is probably the
much
worst
worse.
game of football I've ever been to.
And like, so I left work an hour early so that I could get in and get like the free parking at
Yep.
Crown.
Yep.
So I drove about an hour to get to the stadium. So I get there about, no, it would have been a bit less. So leave work at 4:30. Expected to get there at about 5:20 for a game that starts at 6. I think it was 6:20.
Yeah.
6:10, 6:20.
Yeah.
I'm actually at Crown come 6 o'clock.
Yep.
Oh, no, come 5:30. 5:20.
Because you
as
got
it was
the,
estimated.
when
yeah.
I was like on the train, you were
Yeah.
like,
And then I spent the next 40 minutes trying to find a park. All of the free stuff was gone. God knows how. I was there an hour before the game.
Yeah, that shit goes quick.
is that
Then-
one of the first games you've driven to with the full capacity stadium?
Yeah, that might have been the case. But then yeah, I called Taylor. I was like, "Where the fuck can I park?" She ended up sending me like a pin on a map that was about 3 kilometers away from where I was.
Yeah.
And then I got there and it was private parking anyway. And I was like, "Oh, this is good." Now I've just wasted like another 15 minutes. Finally, go back in and go to like the upstairs. What do they call it? Like the
Tiered parking.
Yeah, the multi-level.
Multi-story.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
one. Because there was heaps of people going in there, and I was like, it must be like pretty cheap. We'll be pretty chilling. Driving in there because it's now full for fucking ages, and then find out once we're finished up that it cost me $20. We only
$20,
parked
yeah.
there for like 2 hours. The tickets didn't even cost us that much money. Just absolutely laughable.
One time when I went to the footy with you, but all the boys were there, we went to the Cass. It was
Yep.
my first time at the Cass. The lads, one of them drove, back when he had his license. He drove to the game, and he parked like up past the car park. Oh, wait, no, it wasn't past the car park. It was like leaving Optus Stadium. And then we had to jump like 3 genuine fences. Like we had to
that's what
climb
you
up
want.
them. And then people were like screaming at us, like as we were just jumping over. It was like, yeah, the boys. They just thought we were just like trespassing on all these like hotels.
That's too good. What we did notice though, the Freo chant goes up because I think it went up when that chick. This is a pretty sensitive topic. So you take it.
So there was a Freo fan. She was 14. She was quite ill.
Yep.
Yeah.
She had some form of cancer,
Leukemia or
I
something?
think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she had passed away.
Yeah, so everyone stood up and did a quick applause.
Yep.
I think it was the
14-minute mark of the first quarter.
which got like good
That's pretty cool.
reception.
That's
And then the Freo chant went up, and I was saying to Joe, like, Freo chant is pretty synonymous.
Yeah.
No one really does the chant other than Collingwood. The Collingwood chant, the Collingwood
yeah.
at the MCG in front of 100,000 members
Yeah.
is one of the greatest things to be a part of. We did it at Anzac Day 3 years ago. That's arguably like my favorite. That's my happy place. That is 100% my happy
Anzac
place.
Day, MCG, Collingwood's just got the lead.
Yeah, and like there's 5 minutes left, and the crowd really gets into it. The best ever was Richmond Collingwood prelim final of 2018 before we got into the grand final.
Yep.
That's my favorite of all time.
Best chant. All right.
Yeah, it's so loud. But no other team does
the
a
chant.
chant like that. Like you don't get
Like a North Melbourne.
yeah,
You know, it
it's
just
not
doesn't.
a thing, eh?
Do you know what was really the coolest chant ever that I've been a part of? It's got to be the ones in primary school.
Oh, like your faction.
Yeah,
Um,
the Go Gold chant.
Give us one.
I don't really
I
remember.
got, like,
you got the
extra,
classic.
read all
Oh, yeah.
about it.
Oh no, we didn't. We
Gold's
went
gotta win. Oh, you didn't have that.
Yeah, no, we just did the classic. Go Gold.
That's just
Nice.
clapping in 2 words.
That's a classic though.
There's still teachers that use the clapping mechanism. So they'll literally
do you know I saw on
exact.
TikTok?
They'll do that exact thing, and the whole class will stop.
Yeah.
Do you know what I saw on TikTok? Some guy did, instead of clapping, he yells "sheesh" shoo, and then the whole class does it, and then dead silent. And you put it on TikTok, and fucking hear.
Well, the whole class goes shoo.
Yeah, like all like 26-year-old kids. Shoo.
Very cool.
Yeah, that's sick.
That's a man who knows his audience.
Exactly.
After we finished up at the footy,
Yeah.
we're making our way back to the
The
car
Yep.
to find out how much money we're up for after we've watched one of the worst games of footy I've ever fucking seen.
Yep.
Sat in the rain, enjoyed fucking none of it. I'm exhausted. I've been up because I had to get in an hour early to get to work as well. So it's been a fucking long day. It's been quite eventful.
Yeah.
And then we start making the wander back, and I got so lost. I didn't know where that multi-level fucking car park was. So we end up walking
That's
like.
actually a good point. Where is it?
Couldn't tell you. Could not tell you.
And we're walking, and there's like clearly a group of people who have also illegally parked at Crown or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're
Not
all
illegally. You can park there.
I don't think you're meant to. I guess now that they charge for it.
Yeah.
No, it's alright.
The multi-story.
And then so we're like, all right, this is all the Crown hoodlums are walking this way.
Yeah. So
And
we
I'm
start
like-
following.
I'm
them.
like, Jake, I think we should go this way. And you're like, I think we should be going the other way. I'm like, well, everyone's going this way. So we're walking through this way, and then we
it
get
was
to the point
blatantly
where
wrong.
Yeah.
we're walking through like marshlands and stuff. And then Jake's like, oh, we
What?
should
What's marshlands?
like bog.
Okay.
So we're walking through.
What's a bog?
So there was so much rain.
It was just muddy
that
and swampy.
It became so swampy. I think a guy behind us may have lost his shoe.
Yeah, he did.
Actually, while he was
in one,
walking.
yeah,
Yeah,
in one
got
of the,
stuck like
the
he was-
mud puddles. He was
Fuck.
fetching his shoe. But yeah, it's absolutely teeming down at this point, and we're just like walking around Crown. Took us fucking ages, and then we walked through Crown, and sort of turned out into a little bit of an
a
adventure.
photo shoot.
Yeah, because we started to see like there was obviously I wouldn't say they're tourists because it's tough to be a tourist.
Well, we went through. The first thing we did was we saw the infamous Crown photo wall.
The wall.
Yeah,
the
that's
wall.
right.
The
So
wall.
I snapped a photo. I was like, Joe, you like to take a photo in front of
I've
the wall?
never had a photo in front of the
I've
wall.
never had one.
So
I've
I've
seen it.
still-
I've walked past it. It's like royalty. It's like, whoa, the wall.
with all those like shit
Yeah.
plants, just like
Yeah, yeah,
midway
those
up.
ones.
So we've taken a photo of Joey in there.
Yeah.
And we've continued on. We went through quite a bit of a journey. You got a photo in front of the Rolex.
Rolex?
The Rolex sign.
Yep.
Then we went to, there was like a really nice
weird-
pink setup
There was a pink like
display.
bridge almost.
Yeah,
like
it
a
was
half bridge.
Very cute. So
Half
Joe
bridge.
got some photos because as we were walking past, like other people were getting photos in these places. I was like, these must be hot spots. We might as well make the most of this little.
Yeah.
This
you don't
little
come to Crown that often.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
we got
gotta-
Graham going.
And like the day had been that bad, we had to find a way to improve. So there you are, getting some photos. And like the funniest part was when we were standing, there was like a couple of members who were staying at Crown getting photos taken.
Yeah,
And we were just sort of standing.
This is for the pink tree.
Yeah, we're standing behind them, just sort of waiting, just like, oh, like, yeah, you guys look really good. And then they come down and Joe
Take
gets
it
up there.
turns.
And like there was a lot of like young Aussie dudes who were walking past, like, the fuck is happening? Who are these two muppets just like taking photos? Got a nice photo
They
in
were
front
good
of like
photos.
in front of like the T.
The Crown Express one.
Yeah, the Crown
That was a
Express.
nice teal. Mm.
A friend of mine spent her weekend like promoting that
Oh, really?
on her like social account, and it was quite a serious. It was like, yeah, come check out the Crown Tea House, all this like Crown,
was nice.
Crown Express crap.
Mm-hmm.
We just blatantly taking the piss, just absolutely taking the piss. We'll get way more publicity than she did. Goodness gracious me! But yeah, turned a decent evening. Turned a shit evening.
Yeah, it was the highlight of the evening. For
yeah,
me.
which is pretty sad because
Yeah, that is sad.
Jesus.
I don't think the Freo boys will be happy to hear that.
And don't pay to park in the old the multi-story because it's
Not
just
worth
a
it.
shit fest. Yeah,
We should have gone. All right.
anywhere else.
Parking's going to cost $20. Go in. 20 on red. Parking's either going to be free or cost $40.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
I reckon,
genius.
how much would the fine have been if I had to just park next to the bus? Because the thing that got me was I ended up paying money, being further away, being late for the game, and then having to walk through the rain. And I was still down cash. I was
It's
like,
like a
how has that worked out?
A fine for inconvenience.
Yeah, not flash at all. Not flash at all. All right, boys, I reckon this week it's time to tackle the fact that Oodies, well, they've gone too far.
Oodies.
And it's never been more apparent than the fact that, than now,
I'm dripping out in one tonight.
considering you're wearing one of Mum's
Yeah.
beautiful pink Oodies, which we made mention
One
to
of. I
in
believe
the-
it's her only hoodie.
in the intro. You've got a nice little summer hat on as well. It's pelting down with rain outside, but you've come dressed for
Well, you dressed me, champ.
You've come dressed for all seasons.
I
You've,
came dressed.
you've got the summer hat on, and then the woolly hoodie.
Just in case, you know, just
Yeah,
in
it's
case.
interesting.
But why do
is
you
it something that you would wear out and about?
Oh, not this one.
the bright pink kit.
Yeah, it's pink and got pandas on it. It is
Would
cute.
turn heads if you went to Metros this weekend and you had the mum's pink hoodie on.
Yeah, I wonder if I'd get let in.
I think maybe
Is there a rule around that?
maybe in the future there might be like you got oversized hoodies, but maybe an oversized hoodie could be the sort of
This is-
streetwear fashion.
If you chuck pants on underneath it, you'd be allowed to punt in.
I don't know.
To
It might
Metros.
be like
I think
Because
you
it's
get
not
s-
that different from a
I think
hoodie.
you get your head snacked in before you can even get.
Oh, you're
I don't think it'd be
halfway
worth it. Yeah, it'd be worse than when I went there wearing a fucking cowboy hat.
Yeah, shit gets fucking hot when you're wearing normal clothes. I don't know, fucking.
Do you
an hood?
do you see people out in them in general?
I have. Now, this is the thing. This
The
is why I
hoodies.
wanted to bring it up.
Yeah.
I've seen. So obviously, this hoodie was given to our lovely mother for a
Birthday.
birthday that was in June.
From Dad,
Yes, from our father.
genius gift.
Me and Mum went to the footy. A lot of footy chat already. Me and Mum went to the footy the following day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saw a couple of ladies wearing the hoodie
The hoodie.
at the footy. The hoodie at the footy.
Hoodie footy.
Not a combination that I would encourage. Each
definitely.
to their own, obviously.
Of course.
Everyone.
How was the weather that day?
Be yourself and all that shit. Like coldish, but not like hoodie cold. But it's never. Is it ever hoodie cold? I feel like hoodie cold is like you should only wear your hoodie indoors in your own four.
Look, I'm not gonna
walls.
lie, it is very comfortable.
Yeah, I've never actually had one on either.
I've never worn one.
Mainly because they are quite expensive. I did look because I was keen to get one a couple of months ago.
An hoodie.
Yeah, I don't think it'll fit me all that flash though.
You've really
Like I feel like
Swapped up on us then.
I think we've got like a lot of sweaters and like hoodies that are a bit more fashionable than an hoodie.
Then an hoodie, yeah.
That you can wear out. And my thing is with the hoodie, you can't wear it out because it's a fucking weird look.
Another thing, I feel
It
like
is weird.
you'd hate to be out and it raining, like getting that thing wet.
Oh,
I feel like it'd be
years to
so
dry,
heavy.
bro.
Would be heavy.
It already is quite heavy now.
So I've done a bit of research,
market research.
yeah, into the hoodie because I was keen on buying one a few months ago, and then it was immediately shunned by when I saw the old inflated price tag that was attached. A single hoodie, can you believe it, will set you back $109 for
Fuck
one,
that.
yeah,
Crikey.
for one hoodie.
Is that like
I've got an
that,
hoodie
bro.
blue weighted blanket bundle, so I think you get the hoodie plus the blanket
Oh,
plus a weighted blanket.
you don't need a weighted blanket when you got the hoodie.
They've got that retailing at a whopping $268.
What the blanket's
So-
worth $150.
That's
a
what you would
discount.
imagine, yeah. They've
Yeah,
put,
that's the combo deal.
and
What
they've put it on sale now for $134. I feel like they just
bargain.
I feel like they just
134 for an
Both?
hoodie and a weighted
yeah,
blanket?
for the both, yeah.
That's actually
That's not
right.
bad.
But I feel like this is what they're doing. I reckon Oodie push up their retail prices to
Yeah, they're
begin
never actually that expensive.
and just always run sales.
Yeah.
Even at the moment, they've got a 50% off. You can get an Oodie twin pack, which would obviously retail at $218, which is
Yeah.
probably $218 too much.
Yeah.
So they're on sale for $158, which again, that's like $80 an hoodie.
If I
But
was to
that's so a normal hoodie is 109. You get
Yeah.
another one for an extra $40.
But this is what I mean. They're sort of encouraging
but then
you.
it's like
Because to buy one hoodie for yourself is a little bit... it's a bit sad.
it's a bit lonely.
Yeah,
It's a bit
It's a good
lonely.
gift. It's a good. I will buy it together.
And
Yeah,
they're encouraging the purchasing group. So you've got...
There we go.
You get... Yeah, as you're saying. So it's 109 for one hoodie.
Yeah.
If you get it in a twin pack, it's only 158 at the moment on sale because everything
Yeah.
on hoodies seems to be on sale.
Cha-ching.
The Oodie family pack, ladies and
Family
gentlemen.
pack.
Jesus. Imagine
Is
us.
family a 4 or a 5?
It's a 4. Very rare is a family.
Yeah,
5.
when- yeah, exactly. Why is that? I feel like 5 families are more common.
That's a good question. A 5 families more common or a 4 families? Combinations of
I think the average is 2 something, but then when you think about that, you've also got the only
Like a 2 point.
the only
so
children.
there's
Yeah.
a few half kids.
But then you
getting
get a
Yeah,
few
yeah.
4s.
Just
Yeah, that's true.
and
around.
then
Do
you
you split
get
them down the middle or do you split them halfway?
Oh, he's got to go sideways.
and then you get the
Just
chea-
legs. He doesn't need an hoodie.
then you get
he's just a nice pair of trackies.
the cheaper by the dozen boys. They really even it out. As
Oh
well.
yeah.
So the combination is like, this will get us in murky waters. But I would say when it's branded as a family of 4, it's mum, dad, brother, sister.
Yeah.
More
I think
often
that's
than
how
not.
it's traditionally been.
Yeah,
The
it's like
nuclear
2 and 2.
family.
It's,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like stock family. That's what
Yeah.
you expect.
So this is what they've done. They haven't done that actually with the Oodie family pack, which is a 4.
Here we go.
None of these people look like they could be part of the family, and they all look very similar. There's no nanas in the Oodie marketing document.
It's a shocker.
So a 4-man Oodie would obviously set you back a whopping $436.
Fuck that.
But it's on sale, obviously, for $279,
What
which
a-
is still
It's a lot.
a shit ton.
I've got to.
And finally, there's an Oodie mega pack if you're interested. If the fans at home are listening and you're interested in getting an Oodie, let's go in. Let's go
in together.
How
let's
many
go
is it?
1/6 and buy one of the Oodie mega packs, which would retail for a whopping $654. We can get it for almost half price at $359.
The worst part about this is people are buying them.
They must be.
They're common.
Have a look at
People
that.
are buying these things. And
The Oodie mega pack itself
they can bank.
is a 6-man combo,
Yeah.
5 chicks, 1 bloke. And it's the same bloke that's in the other photo as well. So
He's having an affair.
he's got too many Oodies, that man.
Fuck.
I saw another woman in an Oodie when I was driving to work the other day, and she was filling up her car,
Yeah.
and she wasn't like the chicks we saw at the footy were young ladies. They were
Yeah.
Like 20 something.
no, like
15.
between 10 and 16.
Oh, so they were kids.
I'll
not
allow
ladies.
it. Yeah, I'll allow it.
That's too. Why your mum shouldn't let you out
We're
of
an
the
Oodie
house?
out,
We're
yeah.
an Oodie. And they weren't like Dockers specific Oodies.
Yeah,
either.
they weren't footy Oodies.
No, they weren't footy Oodies. But the chick who I saw at the petrol station
Yeah.
was a mother. Like she was quite a mature lady.
Like our mum going to
Yeah.
the petrol station in this hoodie.
Yeah,
So what time would this be?
8
AM or PM?
8 a.m.
Okay.
Weird.
So
it's
like, if you
the start
woken
of the
up,
day.
it was school holidays.
Maybe she's stressed.
But why would you? What was it? What's her day consist of if she's waking up on school holidays just to go and get fuel in the Oodie?
In the morning.
So obviously,
Well,
fuel
sleep in,
can't
bro.
be. It can't be like a requirement for her day.
Because why would she be wearing the Oodie?
Yeah, because you can't go. Surely to God, you're not going to an event wearing the Oodie.
Yeah. It's like she's woken up from bed and gone, I'll get my one chore out of the way for the day.
And it's get fuel.
Get fuel.
But why would you do it? It's like peak hour traffic. There's just so many. I was just sitting there thinking,
Was it busy?
what
at the
is her day?
Was
What's
it
her
busy at the petrol station?
Nah,
I'm
like busy on the roads
I'll
because
go-
it's
Not at the station.
peak hour on like a Monday morning.
I'll go to the petrol station in like borderline pajamas.
At
But that's
night.
at like 10 o'clock.
Yeah,
Yeah. Fuel station attire is definitely, it's a lot of grey area.
There's a grey area.
yeah, a lot of room for,
as is there with cinema. Like we obviously worked at the cinemas.
Yeah.
yeah.
Throughout our careers.
Yeah. I wonder if this
there's
happens at other cinemas.
There's definitely a time slot. So if you're going to like a 7-8 o'clock session,
Yeah.
you're wearing like nice jeans,
That's the
and like a
daytime.
good,
That's
a good
daytime.
shirt, and maybe a nice jacket.
Wearing your polo.
And then you generally go into your movie then, and you're coming out at like about 9 o'clock.
Yeah?
The people that are coming in at 9 o'clock, they
They're
don't
not.
see much sun, I reckon.
No.
They're coming in like...
They're the night owls.
Yeah, they're coming in the Oodies. They're coming in the
Yeah.
sweaties with rips
The
down the
day-
crotch. It doesn't really
They're
matter to them.
100% the best customers.
The
though.
day is
Those
over for them.
Those
Yeah.
nighttime people.
They're often like stoned out of their minds.
Oh, yeah.
So they're
know
loving
what's
buying
going on.
stuff. So yeah, there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting because we once you start working there, it laxes what you wear to the movies
Oh,
because
yeah,
it's
definitely.
no longer like a date or an event type.
Yeah, you realise
setup.
how like scummy the place actually is. No,
But
it's
also,
scummy, but not as like, it's not a theatre, it's a movie cinema.
Yeah.
also it's like...
And the discount sort of brings down
Oh,
the perceived value.
Oh,
of the
dude,
thing.
yeah. I used to... Once we started getting 50-cent tickets, if I didn't like a movie that much,
Just walk out.
nap time.
Oh, real?
Real.
I can't sleep.
I sleep
can't
through
sleep.
so many movies. But
That's
now,
nuts.
now I'm paying for them.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, I'd love to just go to sleep. I'm like, oh, that's like $20.
And there's so many people like when you're working there, the people that would come in who also work there are coming in at these 9 o'clock sessions and they're wearing like absolutely like just shit clothes because they're just like, yeah, like
I think...
it's just like an extension of my house at this point
Well,
because
that's-
it's
yeah,
almost
yeah,
cheaper.
exactly.
It's always cheaper to come to the movies when you work at the
Than
movies.
streaming a movie.
Than like the energy that your TV is going to accumulate trying to watch a movie.
That's
And
actually
another
true.
thing, you don't have to worry about like, oh, like, you know, will the people who work there think I'm weird? They already know I'm weird.
Hey, Mama MacPack here. You might remember me from the famous tagline at the end of the show, Go Give Your Mum a Hug. If you're liking the show, make sure to head to Apple Podcasts to leave a review. Tell at least one friend to listen to your favourite episode. And while you're at it, why don't you go give your mum a hug?
All right, boys. I am super excited for this next little bit.
Here we go.
It's the first time we've had It's first time we've had like a caller that we actually wanted to chat
Not
to.
like the girls when they were.
Well, we're not just like abusing them for the sake of a game or something.
Yeah,
we're actually gonna have a conversation with someone. He's
This one's
probably
interesting.
Yeah, it's beyond
This is
interesting.
quite journalistic.
I think
of
we should
us.
debut this by saying none of us have met someone who's had coronavirus.
That is
yet.
correct.
Never genuinely, I personally know.
No,
But
it's
now
always
we've
it's always
gone.
been something we've spoken about. It's like obviously a big issue in the
I know
world.
Tom Hanks has had it.
Yeah.
I know some other famous.
But we don't know any of
people.
these people personally.
Yeah. But here we go.
The person we have on the phone waiting for us is my best mate. He moved over to England
No.
in
March.
of last year, which was just prior to like the shit hitting the fan in regards to COVID.
Yeah.
But he gallantly went over with his girlfriend, who is studying to be a nurse over there.
Yep.
Doing some prac stuff in arguably the most tumultuous time to be doing
Bloody oath.
any form of medical industry gig.
100%.
And we have the great man joining us.
Here we go. What's his name?
In a matter of moments, it is Mr. Tom Corkhill. Tommy boy, are you there, mate?
Yes, mate.
He's
Yes.
kicking
How are
things
we?
off with a cough. How are you, legend?
Good. How are you guys going?
Going well, mate.
Feeling better
Better
than
than
you.
you sounding.
Yeah. So it's locked in. It's been confirmed. You're a victim of
You've got.
the novel coronavirus.
Yeah, lock it in, Eddie.
So when did you sort of begin to get symptoms, I guess?
When was it? It was like last day of our holiday. Felt a little bit crook, and then so we'd come home and test and come up pretty much instantly. It's just
Fuck.
shit, but
Is it pretty bad? Like, is it significantly worse than
Like a
your
flu?
everyday cold? Yeah.
Yeah.
no, I'm back in. Well, for me at the moment, it's just like the flu. It's
Yeah,
fucking-
right.
Yeah,
I guess
that's what it is.
you're pretty fit considering some of the demo that's probably got it.
Yeah. You're not going to die.
Fucking
Yeah, fingers crossed.
fingers crossed. Yeah. Oh,
This is the
Riley's-
eulogy.
Riley's put the mozzer on him early.
Oh, shit.
Where did you go? Where was your trip? Because the last time I spoke to you, you were about to get on the train to go on your little journey. How was the actual?
Yeah.
How was the trip? Was it worth it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it was.
Yeah, surely.
Yeah, definitely was. We went to Bristol for 4 days, and then Cardiff in
Yep.
Wales for 4 days.
Must be nice.
It
Drinking
looked-
pretty much the whole time, which was nice.
It looked
Plenty
the
of pubs.
goods. Yeah, it looked the goods on the IGs.
Yeah, no, it was a good time. The journey home was a bit haggard, but
Because you
What's
were
it
already crook, like heading home.
yeah.
Yeah, fuck. And then what's the like testing protocol? Like you just sort of gotta.
Yeah, have you been tested before this time?
No, Mary tried to test me, and I couldn't get the thing down my nose. But
Hey, Dave, do go deep.
Yeah,
they actually do. But yeah, we did like a little test that she's got from the hospital.
So is that
They
one
give
of
her
those
one.
rapid home tests?
Yeah,
Is that a thing?
Yeah, so they-
PCR test.
We don't have. So when
And
we
then,
do them here,
that came up.
just for your reference, Tom, when we do them here, we have to go to a clinic, and then you like it's like a drive-through basically, and they shove it down your nose.
Yeah,
and
which
then
I imagine is the thing that
you
Mary's
get
done.
sent off.
But
Yeah.
it's a bit strange.
We ended up going to one of those after.
Just to get like the full
Which is the
confirmation.
walkthrough. Yeah, that's the one.
Because
yeah.
the photo that you sent through, because it was like I think it was Sunday night when you sent it through. I was like dumbfounded. I had no concept. It looked like a pregnancy test, and I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck's this? This is
Congrats.
this is a development. Jesus.
Yeah, a few people have said that, eh?
If it does look like a pregnancy test, I imagine it would be quite hard to get that up your nose.
Yeah, indeed.
So how's the journey been? You've obviously been over there for. We were going to call you after the Euros. If England got up, we were going to give you a call, and you would have been in quite a state, I would have imagined, amongst all the Poms enjoying
Yeah.
the Euros.
Yeah, that was a big night. It wrapped up pretty quickly, as you can imagine. But
yeah.
yeah, it was. But yeah, no, that was good.
Is there an Italian
Didn't
scene in England? Is there like a few Italian fans going around?
I didn't really see anyone in the pub that was Italian.
Yeah, I
to be
would've
Yeah,
fair.
you wouldn't want to be out.
Gonna be
Yeah.
pretty courageous type of unit to be doing that. So what you're in?
Keen, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. So you're in full lockdown at the moment. You and Mary are perched up in like
Yep.
basically just your little rooms.
Yeah, in our room, and we stitched up the housemates as well, so they've got to
Oh,
stay in the house as well, which is pretty average, but yeah.
for 14 days, and then what? You get another test to say that you're allowed to leave.
So we got 10 days from the first symptoms,
Yep.
and then we can't get tested for another 3 months because they'll just there's a possibility that they'll just keep coming back positive because you're like getting rid of the cells, so it's still in your body.
Oh,
So
right.
just nothing for 3 months. So it's a free for all after this.
So how do they decide when you're like all good to
When
leave
can
the
you
house? 10 days.
So you can still be sick, but like the contagious period of being sick
Only lasts.
within 10 days. So they reckon you won't spread it after that.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I wouldn't put my money on that.
That's pretty nuts. And so how many people? Because you obviously got. Did you say you got the train back to your?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you would have been in contact with so many people prior to knowing that you had it.
Yeah, well, that was the thing. It's just one of those situations, isn't it? But yeah, it was it wasn't too packed, but it's still people
Yeah. Right.
people around, which sucks. But
And do you have any idea when you got it? Like,
nah, no idea. Like, could have got it a few days before symptoms or whatever, but no one like walked past and coughed in my face or anything. So,
well, that's good.
honestly, don't know.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah.
So what's lockdown looking like? Have you got plenty of toys to be hanging out with? Plenty of shit to be watching on Netflix? I saw you sent through a Snapchat. I think it must have been last night, maybe early this morning, just out the front talking about the homeless man that you had an encounter with.
What?
Yeah, we've had some characters. Someone like fucking nearly got knifed in the car park behind us the other day, which is we ended up having to call the police for that. These two guys were going at it.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah.
That looked intense because one guy had a knife and then the other bloke just had a big stick.
Yeah.
It's a
Really
real
brought a stick to a knife fight.
Yeah, exactly.
a real battle of the brain cells going on there. So there's obviously plenty of. I guess you're doing a little bit of when there's nothing on Netflix, you can just pop your head out the window and watch the current affairs in real time.
That's it, mate. We're in a bit of an interesting place. There's always something going on, which is
100%.
fun.
Goodness gracious me! All right, well we have a game ready to go for you. We'll essentially we'll just do a quick little reset, and then we'll rip in. So give us the best part of 30 seconds, and we'll rip into a Corona based game.
Hit him with it.
All right, so we've just finished up our brief little chat with Tommy. He's given us a nice little update on his COVID-19 situation.
Yeah, what life's like with COVID.
Yeah, it's pretty...
Getting an inside peek.
Oh, 100%. It's pretty nuts indeed.
Interesting.
And you can hear him coughing on the line. So it's time for now. Tommy, you still with us, mate?
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, we can hear you coughing away. Hopefully you can make it through this. Hopefully you can make it through the game. All right. Essentially the game is going to be...
Here we go. This is one of our good ones. This is one that's been like thought through, and topical.
Yeah, 100%.
Bang, bang, bang.
Should we go with the song first, or do we want to explain what the game is?
Explain the game first.
Yeah. Okay.
And then we'll rip into the song.
So the game itself is called My Shorona. All right, Tom? it's a knowing giggle. So basically what Joe's done is he's gone and found... 7 different stats? Five different stats about coronavirus, whether it's in the UK or whether it's stats about Australia, right?
Yeah.
So it's basically going to be a matter of me and you going head to head to work out if the stat is about Australia, which would be my corona, or if the stat is about is it an English stat, in which case it would be your corona.
Okay.
Easy enough?
Yeah.
Now sit back, relax, and enjoy arguably one of the greatest little stings we've ever put together for a game.
This is a banger.
As we welcome you to My Shorona.
Oh, my little ginger one, my ginger one. We wanna hear what life is like with Corona. Oh, it doesn't sound too fun. It sounds too fun, cause it's over here, we got it. Find Corona, will it ever stop? Lock it up, it's such a crazy time. I just heard you cough, please don't touch a damn thing of mine. Woo! My Corona. My Corona.
What do we think, big man?
Spot on.
I'm glad to enjoy it. I can imagine Bruce tuning into that one at home, giving it a bit of... The boys have bloody done it. It's an absolute masterpiece.
Thank you.
All right, Joey.
All right, so we riff.
Yeah, Joey, rip in. We'll give Tommy first serve. So Tom gets to lock in his answers first on the first one, and on the second question, I'll go after that.
All right, so
Yep.
if it's about England, Tom will say My Corona, and if it's about Australia, you will say My Corona.
Yep.
And vice versa, your Corona. Okay.
Yep. Easy enough.
Cool. All right, so we got the first question. So the Prime Minister of this country was hospitalized due to the virus. Tom?
My Shorona.
I'm going to go with his Corona as well. Wasn't it the fat English dude?
Correct. Yeah, it was Boris Johnson.
So who gets the point for that?
So we both get both get 1 point each.
Okay, yeah.
Off to a perler. There we go.
Mate, just a couple of brains trust from the old Corpus Christi stomping grounds,
Bang,
mate.
bang.
Just making every cent count.
Okay, that was a bit of a
no
gimme, but sure. All
All
right,
right, so I'll go first on this one.
so this one is so the amount of new cases today, being Monday, amount of new cases was 127.
In Australia.
That's
That's the question.
Point of the game.
I'm going to say that's My Corona.
All right, Tom?
Yeah, that's Jake.
Yeah, so that was Jake's Corona. So Australia had
Yeah.
127 cases on Monday, and England had 47,000.
Fuck.
Not even a close fucking
All right,
game.
this one was interesting. So this one is so which country? Oh, so I'll phrase it so you can answer it with my or your Corona. So this country got Corona first.
Here we go.
The floor is
So
yours.
Tom.
My Shorona. My Shorona.
Yeah, I'll go your Corona.
Both incorrect.
Australia got it before UK.
So Australia got Corona. First case was on the 25th of January, 2020, and England was on the 31st of January, 2020. So
Dang.
6 days later.
Who would have thought? A week later.
It's rare that we
How
get...
did they fuck it up so badly?
You guys had a 6-day head start.
Where were you at that? You were here for both of the... Yeah, you were here for both of those dates.
Yeah.
I don't remember it
mate,
being
I was
that big a deal.
That might even have been. That could have been Tom Hanks. Oh no, I think he actually got it in March. Actually,
Yeah, I'm not sure. I feel like we didn't really hear about it till March, sort of here.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay, this thing's actually serious.
Yeah.
all right. So the next one. Okay, so baking was a popular lockdown activity across the globe, but this country had a 92% increase in flour sales in March of 2020. Flour being
Baking.
baking.
Tommy
baking
loves this
flour.
one.
I'm going to go, it's his Corona.
All right, Tom.
Yeah, it's mine, I reckon.
All right, it was England.
So we're both
You're
correct.
both correct.
Yeah.
Okay, on this
Exactly.
one, I'm going to say
Yeah.
you can't answer the same.
Oh!
Because you've said the
So this
same
one's
answer.
First in, best dressed.
I like it. So this is the...
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the last one.
Okay, yeah.
I feel bad.
Okay, so it's
So we got to... Whoever
Okay,
gets
yeah.
in first gets to go with their option. The other person has to go with the opposite option.
If
Yep,
there's like
sure.
a 1 second
Yep.
delay on Tom, I reckon.
I reckon we give it to...
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so this country administered the first Pfizer vaccine.
Ooh.
My Shorona.
Tom's got it right.
Bang!
The
Tommy
UK,
boys.
on the 8th of December, the Pfizer vaccine was administered to a 91-year-old UK woman.
Nuts.
Is she alive?
still with us?
Not sure.
Oh.
Do you know?
Is she a mate of yours, Tom?
Yeah, we go way back.
Too good, mate. It's a rare one that the guests have won.
Yeah.
It is.
That
yeah.
might be the inaugural guest win.
The guest has won.
Tommy, he did have a bit of a home court advantage with the virus living inside of his body.
But nonetheless, it was very
Done well.
impressive indeed. Before we wrap up with you, Tom, happy birthday to Jane.
Yes.
Jane,
Yeah.
Tom's mother's birthday
Tom's
is
mummy.
today, which is incredibly exciting. Did you get her anything? Did you get her a COVID test or anything fun?
I haven't got her anything as of yet. I haven't even spoken to her yet.
You're
I'm
chatting to
gonna
the
give her a
MacPack
call.
podcast before you're chatting to your mum on her own birthday.
I'm speaking to. Yeah, I thought I'd give her a couple of days grace after I broke the news to her that I had COVID. She wasn't very impressed.
Was she flat about it, like disappointed, or was just like upset that you got it?
Not mad, just disappointed.
No, just nah. She was fine. She was just like, "Oh, you're a fucking idiot."
See, Tom,
what it
the good thing about living on the other side of the globe is you can always just blame postage for a late birthday present.
Especially during these
Oh
times.
man.
Do you know what, Tom? I'm going to
Yeah.
go give your mum a hug for you.
Yeah, thank you. Seeing as I can't, it would be very, very much appreciated.
Huge scenes. So when are you back in town, mate? When's Perth on the cards for a quick Tommy arrival?
Yeah, get him really on the phone.
Late March,
Exciting.
possibly, if they let us back in,
That's
depending on
pretty
what
soon.
the goal is.
Yeah.
So we'll
Crazy.
see.
See you then.
Yeah.
Very exciting indeed. Well, I'm sure that this won't be the last time we chat to you on the podcast before you get back. And then once you get back, we've got a warm seat waiting for you, mate.
Bloody oath.
And we've sprayed it down with disinfectant, especially for you. So we're very excited for that, mate. But thank you so much for being a part of the MacPack podcast. It's only taken us 43 episodes to get you on board. I think you were the first person to actually ever listen to an episode. It's very exciting to actually hear your nice vocal cords on the pod itself.
Bloody oath.
Shall we
Fellas, thank you for having me. I can't wait to get back and have a few beers with you on the pod.
100%. I've got an emu export open as we speak. I've been drinking it all night and thinking of you, mate.
Yeah, cheers, fellas. Look after
Perfect.
yourselves, all right?
We'll chat to you soon, mate. But we definitely can't let you go without playing the My Shorona to see us out.
Brought to you by Tom's Coughs.
It's been a pleasure, Tommy boy. We're super excited to see you back in town, mate. Have a good one. Stay safe and get well.
Oh, my little ginger one, my ginger one. We wanna hear what life is like with Corona. Oh, it doesn't sound too fun. It sounds too fun, cause it's over here, we got it. Fight Corona, will it ever stop? Lock it up, it's such a crazy time. I just heard you cough, please don't touch a damn thing of mine. Woo! My Corona. My Corona.
All right, boys. This week we asked the people of Perth, do they prefer chicken treat or red rooster?
Oh.
Boys, what do you reckon?
What is it?
I gotta go chicken treat.
Yeah.
I'm a chicken treat man myself.
100% chicken treat. It's the way to go. It's the McKenna gene.
It's always a bit fresher, I feel.
Is that just because that chicken treat we went to is closer to our house?
Potentially.
Nah, red rooster just feels a bit... Yeah, it feels like it's like a day old when you're eating it.
I don't like the chicken. The chicken at Red Rooster to me seems a bit more rubbery.
Yeah.
It's got a
they-
weirder taste to it than chicken treat.
Yeah.
Chicken treat's quite it's got a
Chicken
dry roast.
And they've like... Because you know how like chicken treat was like low-key like going out of business and like really shutting down and like all the buildings were like trash a few years ago?
Yeah.
They've revamped them all. Like,
They
they're all
have.
beautiful now. They're all like look really nice. And you go in, and it looks like they care about the food they're presenting. And yeah, I reckon the chips are chicken treat.
The chips are the deal seal.
Exactly.
for me.
Also, Jake and I love the $2 cheeseburgers.
Yeah, the $2 cheeseburgers.
Fuck,
That's
they
what I
go
used to
hard.
get, the chicken cheese
they
burger.
bang out,
That
bro.
shit slapped.
Yeah, they're all
Legit.
time. I knew we got a job at Chicken Treat. Did I tell you that?
Must
That was-
be
that was-
nice.
Nearly, not currently, not this week. But my first ever job was nearly at Chicken Treat.
The one on High Road.
No, there used to be one at Southlands.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Deep cuts.
Turn
There used to be
into
a lot
zombies.
more around than there are now. There's hardly any chicken treats around anymore. We
True.
actually had a message from someone from the poll
Yeah.
who was just like, where? We had a lot of people ask what chicken treat is.
Oh, yeah. All the eastern staters.
And yeah, it was a fair few chunk of people who were living in like this
Oh, is it just a WA thing?
Yeah, chicken treats.
which I
I
didn't
didn't.
know.
I knew.
What?
No, I knew
Exactly.
that. I knew that, but I didn't realize we had so many listeners that were from other states. So
Yeah.
shout out to all our other
Our
staters.
Eastern gang
But yeah,
and Central.
one
basically the same thing.
one
for
chick
the
message.
wondering.
One
Oh,
chick
yeah.
message and said, "What's chicken treat?" And I was like, like you must live over east as well. And she goes, "No, I live in WA." And I was like, "Oh,
What?
doesn't have chicken treat wherever
Are
she
there?
is."
Funny.
Is the chicken treat north of the river?
Question without notice. You're the best at asking questions without notice.
These are just hypotheses.
Yeah.
So we put the poll out.
What did
We-
the people say?
We had 59% of people voted
yeah.
for Red Rooster,
Red
while,
Rooster.
while only 41 voted for Chicken Treat. We had a hell of a lot of messages. We actually put, it's the first time we've ever sort of slapped up a little why.
Yeah, we got half why.
Put a reasoning behind your votes.
Tell us why.
And we had some very interesting ones indeed. We'll rip through... Fuck, we've got a lot. I was going to say we'll rip through them all, but there's there's actually a heap. We'll go with some interesting ones.
Yeah.
Jacob Menzies has also agreed with us. He likes
Menzies.
the $2
Yep.
cheeseburgers from Chicken Treat. They're actually,
Nice.
not only are they good value, they actually taste good. Normally if like food is
Yeah.
that cheap, you're like,
The
yeah, it's 'cause
cheese.
it tastes
and they
like
put,
They've
dirt.
got a really good amount of ketchup on them.
Yes,
That's
the
a good
ketchup.
shout.
And the ketchup tastes like really like. They asked like, I wonder if they extra salt the ketchup because
good.
it's really like.
I think that's the chicken schnitz that they chuck on it. That's a little bit extra salt. Also, if you go to the Red Rooster and you get the $2 chicken burger,
Yeah.
I've had a few where have been soggy, not great. But once if you bite into it and it crunches, you're like, oh,
We're on
legit.
here.
we're on to an absolute ripper. Shout out to Emma Marsh. She doesn't know what chicken treat is. It doesn't exist in Newcastle.
Shocker, Emma.
Chloe Smallwood. She's the WA chick
Who doesn't know it?
who lives. Yeah, who she goes, where the fuck is chicken treat?
I wonder where she.
So I gave her a few of our locals.
Hotspots.
Yeah, of our locals.
Yeah.
So hopefully she hits them up and tries chicken treat. Imagine being over the age of 18 and not having tried chicken treat and living in WA. I feel like that's pretty rare.
How do you know her age, buddy?
I would just assume that she's.
Okay.
Oh yeah, she's not going to be. Well, we don't have many 8-year-old listeners.
Not yet.
There's a fair few people who really enjoy the Ripper rolls from Red Rooster. I'm not a roll guy.
Is
Is
that
that
like
the
the
one with the
gravy?
mayo?
Oh, we
Could
had
not-
two very different.
I'm not sure. I can't help you on either fronts. James McGooey said Red Rooster is like the private school to the chicken treat Grovo, which is.
That is rich. That is wrong.
And he goes on to
That's
say
rich.
no one actually admits that they get chicken treat either.
Chicken treat slaps.
Chicken
I know-
treat's all time.
I know who he's
Yeah.
talking
Do you know who used to work at Chicken Treat? Blast from the past.
to. Who?
Heath Ledger.
Hey,
Oh, actually.
Heath Ledger used to work at Chicken Treat, and he was in a few of their ads. We'll share that. Write that down. I'm gonna make sure that we do share.
Yeah, I
the
remember
image of
hearing
Heath.
he actually had trouble taking leave when he was trying to shoot The Dark Knight.
It's not. That's from when he was young, mate. Is it Liam B. Rago?
No, Liam Rago. B
Oh.
would probably be his middle name.
I imagine
okay.
Liam
so.
Rago. Corpus boy.
He really enjoys the stuffing, which
And he voted for Red Rooster.
Oh, that's naughty. The
I don't
stuffing.
like the stuffing.
Fam, no one eats that.
Fam, no one eats stuffing.
That I always. Do you know? I didn't know what that was. I used to think it
It's
was
like bread
I
and stuff.
thought it was.
It's bread. What do you call it? Breadcrumbs with like a lot of the
herbs.
saucy
It's got
flavor.
spices and
Yeah.
stuff.
I used to think it was the brain. Genuine. I was like, what the fuck is that?
You see some funny images from KFC of people who have like the fried brain,
some real rank ones.
and they're just in a box. Like, that's a shame. I did message Liam.
Yep.
Because I was stunned. I didn't think anyone actually liked the stuffing, and he goes. I said, "How do you eat it? Is it like part of the chicken, or do you eat it as its own like meal? Like, is it almost like a would you call
Like
it
a
not
chip.
not
Like
a
a
condiment,
side.
but yeah.
Yeah.
And he goes stuffing between 3 or 4 chips, like it's the it's like the chips are the burger bread.
Like he would
and
grab
the
them
stuffing
and
is
bunch
the,
it together and then
Yep.
munch it all.
or he puts the stuffing in rolls with sauce. So sort of turning that into a meat substance,
You're
isn't
so
it?
naughty.
I did like stuffing back in the day,
Oh,
but it's one of those things where it's
Oh,
like
no.
it was nice, but then you just don't want to look at it too much.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's my brain, bro.
Yeah. Good friend of the show, Bree Scudsy.
Scuzzy.
She let us know that she thinks the chips are better at Rooster.
Red Rooster, yeah.
Yeah. So the burgers are better at Hungry
Wait,
Jack's,
wait,
but the
wait.
chips are better at Rooster. I
That's-
disagree.
That is wrong, Scuttles.
what I like about about chicken treat chips is like when you get them in like that family box.
Yeah.
the like landscape horizontal box.
Yeah.
It's
And they're,
big.
like,
It's a big
when
boy.
they get like soggy and wet. I love that.
Oh, you prefer soggy chips?
Oh, from Chicken Treat, yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, I gotta have a bit of
100%.
crunch. I like them crunchy and dry. I
Nah,
like
I
them
love
just
'em
dry.
Dry boys.
Wet. Like you could
Yeah.
almost like slurp them up.
Melvin Ding, eat west, eat best. Go to Chicken Treat.
Oh.
So apparently he's
man.
doing branding for Chicken Treat.
He's over east, so he wouldn't know.
D for Laz goes Chicken Treat any day of the week.
Oh.
They're the OG, best chips and tastiest chicken rolls. I'm not a chicken roll guy. I eat from
roll,
either
nah.
place. Too much faith in the bread being good.
Because
Because it's like a sub. It's like a chicken
There's
sub.
gravy in them, isn't there?
Yeah, I think so.
More
yeah.
often than not.
Has either of you ever had one?
That
I
weirds
think
me
like
out.
once from Chicken Treat. Maybe.
What can you get anything from either shop as a vegan?
Chips.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They also
Is that pineapple fritters?
Oh, I don't like that.
at
No one.
at Chicken Treat they have like cheese and macaroni bowls, which actually go
Like
pretty hard.
arancini almost.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
but it's like cheesy. Yeah, they're good.
It's weird that they also do fish and chips.
Oh.
Yeah,
do
stay in
that.
your lane. I reckon.
Yeah, like just chill out.
Yeah.
India goes cheesy nuggets. They're a Red Rooter special. I've actually had them.
Good.
They're all right until they're cold. Once they're cold, they're really not good. No nuggets cold are good.
Yeah.
Silvera classic Ripper subs. I'm not sure what. I don't know if that's
Where
chicken.
that's
We don't do chicken burgers.
Yeah.
Yeah, a few more people have gone. What the fuck is Chicken Treat? I've never heard it in my life.
That's crazy to me.
A lot of chicken cheesy nuggets are really good. Chicken Treat used to be good. Sophie Jones reckons Chicken Treat used to be good, but it's not good anymore.
That's cap. It used to not be.
It used to. It nearly disappeared.
Yeah.
Would you remember
It was
also,
close.
this was near when they were almost like going under. There was that story about how they didn't use salt. There was some other chemical like so salt is like sodium chloride. That's what salt is.
They're just using
And there was
chlorine.
like some like hydrochloric like I don't think it was hydrochloric acid, but there was like a different salt.
compound?
Yes,
Yeah,
compound that was not edible, and they put this on the chips.
Oh.
Yum.
It's like the salt they used to like clean a pool. Maybe.
Yeah, it was like
Something like
other
that.
salt.
Well, Sophie preferred it back then, so maybe they
So-
should return that to the menu. Yeah, we got we got so many more. Jamie Bax just went with convenience. It's closer to my house.
Well, that's why we used to go to Chicken Treat.
I would have gone if there was a Chicken Treat and a Red Rooster parked next to each other. Where are you going?
The only chicken.
Well,
Treat.
Chicken Treat, but that's because we were
The
raised
only
there.
Red Rooster I know exists is the one on Stocker Road. Near like
There's-
Melville.
There's also
Next to
that.
like that bowling alley.
There's also
There's
one,
at, like,
near
Murdoch,
Bull Creek.
Yeah. Benny Wright
Next
used
to
to
Hungry
work there.
Jack's.
You sure? Oh yeah, that's right. But no one ever goes there.
Ben's got some funny. Benny's got some funny stories about that location. When we get him on, he'll rip the lid.
Red
There's
Rooster
there's some funny
also
stuff.
did a rebrand of their logo.
Yeah,
Pretty
the
cool.
two
They did.
Have you
R's.
seen it?
Which-
That's sick.
Which leads me
That's
to
sick.
I've got two more that I want to read. There's so many more we got.
Here we go. The
Like
last two.
we got pages.
Get to 'em.
There's two. These are arguably my favorite.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna get this person's Instagram handle wrong. It's anti Distef 7. Anti Distef 7.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Anthony DeStefano. I used to play basketball with him.
Okay,
Yeah.
he's a fan. He's gone with Chicken Treat is specifically for crack addicts and overweight old men at bus stops.
Ouch.
So have a look at that Venn diagram, just as part of Chicken Treat's marketing.
The MacPack in the middle.
Yeah, it's just
The
crackheads on
mixture
one
of
side, fat old bus boys on the other, and just the three of us in the guts. But my favourite of all,
Here we go.
my absolute favourite comment from anyone that has been involved. He comes from a man who doesn't say much, but what he does say adds value. He comes from Mr. Insert nickname, Mr. Nick Altman himself.
The drum
who goes,
man.
I enjoy, the man in charge of the drums. He
Yep.
goes, I enjoy a Red Rooster due to alliteration. All right, boys, it's time to wrap things up on episode 43, as we do each and every week, with one of our favourite segments. It is our So Everyday Hero. Junior Boy, take it away.
Rightio. I'm back with another everyday hero. Oh, it's been bars as well, buddy.
What?
Because it rhymes partially.
Nice.
Yes.
Rightio. So I was at the container job.
Yep. You haven't been there much since you got a new gig at
Yes, and I hopefully won't be there for much longer. But may as well tell the everyday hero story while I still can. Make
Love
some
it.
content out of
Love
the
it.
shit job it is.
Shout out to the crew at the container job.
Yeah, so one of the places I work is in Frio. And we work in shipping companies, but they also work for themselves.
Yep.
Like there's it's a shipping.
So
company.
they have employees.
Yeah, so we're just like hired in. So we work on these sites that are owned by
Shipping companies.
Yeah, exactly. So they have like their own forklift drivers and like shipping container movers and shit. So it's a bit foreign when you go in because everyone knows each other except for you.
Yeah, you're coming in as the external man.
So it's always a bit awkward because you don't really know how to like say g'day or like what everyone's name is. But then every now and then you walk past them and it's a bit awkward. But this time, someone made it really not awkward.
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
I forgot that. So I was walking to the toilet and it's like a big thing.
Yeah.
Big block of land. So I was walking. It's a fair walk to the toilet, and in the distance,
I'm nervous for where this is heading.
I heard some music bumping.
Yes.
Ooh.
Coming toward me.
A bit of a discotheque.
And the song was... Let me find it. I know what it is. Praise the Lord by A$AP Rocky and Skepta.
Can you give us a bit of a...
Yeah, do us a version.
I can't... I don't
Go on.
The words
We've
are,
already sung once on this podcast.
I came, I saw, I praise the Lord.
Nice.
Yeah, that's the bit.
Yeah, I know the one.
Anyway. And this guy's probably 40. Skinny, my height, maybe smaller. There's like a little... The guy's just vibing, right?
Yep.
And then I heard this music coming in the background because the Forkies aren't allowed to wear earphones.
The Forkies?
Yes.
Because if they toot, I was like, get the fuck out of the way. And they need to be able to hear the shit.
Yeah.
So most of them have like speakers, but they usually leave them on the forklift. This guy had it wrapped to his belt, like strapped to his belt. And I was like, first of all, that's cool. Second of all, he was coming toward me and I heard this music. I was like, dun, 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 dun. I was like, this is the shit my mates play at like prees before we go to Metro. It's like, I wonder who's going to turn the corner. And I see him turn the corner. And not only is he playing the song,
is he in the forklift or is he walking?
No, he's walking.
Okay.
Walking to the toilet. And we're both like approaching each other. And he was just violent. He was full like bopping, like full like rapping. And then like I looked up at him and he was like rapping to me. Just vibing so much. I was like, damn, bro. I didn't say anything because I was like, don't embarrass him. But I was like, damn.
So you just looked at him in awe.
Yeah, I was just like,
in awe of his talents.
I was like, this man has so much confidence. Like he doesn't even know me. And like he was just like kind of bopping, and then he saw me, and he was doing like a show. He was like providing this dance for me. He was serenading me.
That's what you want.
As I went to do a big turd.
Have you got a term for this everyday hero, mate?
The Boppy Bandit.
The Boppy Bandit. I like it a lot. So often when you're doing when you're in your day to day. It's a long day, especially
it was a fucked day.
Yeah, a work day is always a long day.
The back was hurting, the arms were hurting. I was just ready to go home.
Yeah, especially when you do a manual labor. If you're doing manual labor, a long day is made even longer by the fact that you have like
the clock
hump and shit. Yeah. So if you can get like a little bit of
literally anything, a little
chop
giggle.
out, just a little bit of an entertainment, it can really change.
Picked up the day.
Can change your attitude.
It made me
100%.
vibe and it made me want to spread that joy.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want. So that's why this week's Everyday Hero, episode 43,
is
Everyday Hero goes to the Bopping Bandit.
The Boppy Bandit.
Congratulations, Bop Man. All right, boys, that brings us to the end of episode 43 of the MacPack podcast.
43, hey?
43 is a few.
Getting close to 50.
We are indeed.
Bloody oath.
Now
we have...
There's going to be some news around episode 50. I think we're going to do... Episode 50 is probably a good time to announce the stuff that we've got planned for the end of the year.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on behind the scenes. We've probably mentioned it a fair bit in recent times.
Mm-hmm.
But it is because we've got a lot of plans that we want to do.
Yeah.
And we've got a lot of plans that we're already currently doing.
Yeah. I think
and
now...
we're going to bring them to light probably at episode 50 for a short-term future after that.
I think now... I think we have more season 2 episodes than season 1. Roughly.
We'd be pretty close.
Yeah, I think this might be it. I think it was 20 or 21. I can't remember.
Potentially.
But yeah.
I'm backing you. No, it's 22.
Okay.
So I think the next one.
Oh, yeah, it was 22 because we love you. Season 2 because we love you on episode 22.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So next episode will be
right.
Speaking of the next episode. We've got another guest. We're fortunate enough we'll be joined by
hosting
Big Ben.
Big Ben.
Big Ben.
Big Benage.
So he'll be joining us for episode 44. We're
Ben
super excited
Fecker.
for that. We've got some games already in the works.
He's one of my mates, if you don't know.
That we're going to play with him. He's an SBL legend, playing
SPL
for the
player.
Lakeside Lightning.
Lakeside Lightning.
And he's about just over a month away from heading off to
Just
America.
under a month away. And
Just under a
literally
month away.
3 weeks away from heading over to like,
America to play college hoops.
I don't even know where, Iowa or like
I'm sure we'll find out next
something
week.
like that, yeah.
But yeah, we're super excited to have him on the show. And
Big
then
time baller.
we actually have quite a list of guests that are starting to formulate.
Yeah.
We won't name them now. We don't want to put pressure on, but it's not only is it in the works, they've been confirmed. It's just a matter of working out the timeline in which we want them on.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever facilitates our calendars and their calendars.
Bang.
But yeah, shit's happening. The pack is flying. # growth is definitely well on its way. So yes, until this time next week, when we sit down with Big Ben, stay safe, stay blessed, and always remember to
Go give your mama a hug.
ciao for now, but not forever.